Greetings, faithful cultists. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Worshippers of Cthulhu. Episode 4, Going to War. As soon as these two brand new people have their needs fulfilled, I will ascend them to become acolytes and put them in the, Oh, actually, no, this is the butchery. Well, I'll move people around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move one of the lumberjacks working in the butcher. And Cthulhu's patience is now increased.
High Priest, we commence the fabrication of stakes and ale. Let us nourish the Denzians and awaken the dream spire.
Denzians.
I see your people are satiated. Maybe it is time to activate the dream spire.
I mean, I know I say a lot of things wrong, but I am not a voice actor. But that's okay. We can have salted calm and share it amongst the Denzians of our territory. Where was that last person? Did I already ascend them? Okay.
We fulfill the prophecy. We work for our God.
There was also a butcher somewhere that I want to ascend. Yep, there you are. To work in the butchery. Okay, so now we have a fully staffed cow farm and a fully staffed butchery. And there is some openings in some of the workplaces. So if I take a look here, we have openings in one of the corn cookers.
We require workers, O High Priest.
Another opening in the corn cooker, and then 2 openings in the clam. But, like, whatever. Alright, interact with the Dream Spire. Let's go do that. Fail.
Insufficient. Again. Seek out and reconstruct the sacrificial stone. Through it you shall gain access to demonstrate your loyalty and unwavering commitment, mortal.
We obey.
Man, he uses mortal like it's a cuss word. Alright, so we are tasked with acquiring sacrificial stones that are guarded by enemy ships.
We will be rewarded.
I don't really have extra people right now, but I also don't really care. So, you're dead. Bye-bye. Oh, what a glow up. You are, I hope you guys don't have the, like, tritophobia, because, whoo, boy, is that thing hideous. Alright, there's stone number 1 of 3. Two of 3. Three of 3. Patience is full. Alright, go to the ceremonial hall? Sure thing, dude.
Embrace your destiny.
You probably wouldn't want me calling him dude.
Prove your worth and sacrifice one of your devoted followers. Do not hesitate.
Okay, so it wants me to sacrifice an acolyte with at least 140 zeal. I will sacrifice you. Well, let's see. You And then I'll sacrifice... Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to offer new houses for the people that just immigrated. So that, you know, potentially they could be on fast track for sacrificing. So that I don't have to tap into my more important people. Gotta use your brain there. Welcome to our island. May I show you to the funeral pyre? How many people do you have to bury in the funeral? You know, burn at the funeral pyre. Well, you know, I was thinking you might volunteer.
Worship.
Alright, you are an idol carver.
We will be rewarded.
You are a...
Your people noticed again
Milker?
a suspicious ship near Dream Shroud. We can't be watched. Their crew must be captured.
We obey.
We got another clamor. Oh, well, I'll put the clamor to work right now. An iron miner. And last but not least... Come on, builders. Move it.
Worship.
Another iron miner. Alright. Time to sacrifice. So, I did notice that one of the new people that came in wants to work at a cow farm. I'm going to send them and put them into the cow farm now. Meaning that Parthenia is going to definitely die. Because she is a acolyte with no employment. So, let's burn her to death. Also, yeah, we're burning them to death. So, if you don't want to see people burn to death, it's not particularly graphic. But yeah, if you don't want to see people burn to death, look away, I guess. Up to you. Burning ceremony. Select the alchemical dust to anoint the flame and light the sacrificial pyres holding your chosen acolytes to perform a ritual. The order and colorations you choose will influence the outcome. I have no idea how it influences the outcome at all. So we're gonna go with blue, purple, and yellow. Bye now. I increased the patience and got some faith.
Cleanse them in the fire, my high priest. May their song and their ashes envelop us in bliss and bring joy to our God.
We obey. Worship the Great One.
Your devotion should be displayed.
Our work for our God.
Spire awaits.
Alright. So capture suspicious ship crew and interact with Harbinger. Let's do the ship crew first. Another thing that's worth noting, in the tutorial, these numbers don't really matter, but in the campaigns they will. There's a finite number of horrors you can summon. These numbers can be increased through certain conquest, but in the main campaign, like, you have to use your horrors wisely because you can run out of them, and running out of them is not great because then you're kind of screwed. Totally sus. And you're dead.
The ship is sunken. Now let's capture the crew.
So, summon and build at Dream Shroud Shore 2 defense towers and a
After an
horror.
intensive interrogation, the captured crew confessed that an attack on Dream Shroud is planned. If this is true, we need to arm the shore.
Okay, so in order to defend the island, we need 2 defensive towers and a horror. I just so happen to have the specific horror that it wants me to have, so I have to put it in this green circle. And I'm not going to trigger the activating the Dream Spire until this island attack is done, so that we don't get like 2 events going on at the same time. Defense Tower 1, Defense Tower 2.
We managed to arm the shore at the last moment. Better prepare, High Priest.
Island attacks. Your islands can be attacked at any time. Always remember to arm the shores with the appropriate number of horrors and defensive structures.
It's good that you've prepared for the attack, High Priest.
Alright, if you hit Q and go to repair, you can repair buildings with faith and materials instantly. There is a cooldown for repair, so you can't just keep doing it, as I'll show you here. Repair is still on cooldown. So it's best to wait until the thing's about to blow up to give it a good old spit shine before it goes poof. Because building new defensive towers in the middle of combat is not quick. As you can see, the cooldown is long enough that, yeah, you have to time it right.
Our god protects his followers. Now their meager bodies feed the very fish we consume. But we should lay in rest. They might, in their hubris, attempt to attack us again.
Dream Spire request. Your god appreciated you and gave you access to the Dream Spires. Each Dream Spire has its own request. Completing them brings you closer to awakening the Cthulhu. Click the Dream Spire to learn about its request.
Hence, you arrived.
Okay. Left. Sacrifice an acolyte with 150 zeal and offer up 40k faith. And right. Reach awakening level of fanaticism and offer up 40,000 faith. Which do you guys want? Left or right? Up to you. All right, we're going to go with awakening level of fanaticism.
You arrived.
So, we are already in awakening, right? So we don't have to do anything. We just need 40k faith to offer up. So good job, guys. You picked the easier one, where literally we have passed most of the requirements. So in order to increase our faith per minute, the best way to do that would be to look at the unfulfilled requirements for our citizens. So like, we're low on corn, it could be better. And then for the acolytes, a big one would be idols or bottled milk. Bottled milk is going to be a little easier because we already have cows. So maybe providing carved idols or bottled milk or something like that would allow us to get faith a little bit sooner. Another thing that you can do is you get full refunds on blowing stuff up. So we had 3k faith tied up in just our defensive towers. So blowing the defensive towers up gets us closer to that 40k.
I'll work for our God.
Let us gather.
What else? So yeah, let's just try
I'll
to
work for our God.
increase our supply of the things that people want, so that we get more faith.
I serve the deep.
So if we want to carve idols, or actually, maybe I'll have you guys pick what to work towards. So I would need to increase my faith income to 2,200 to even get access to the milkery, the bottlery, the blast furnace, the smelter, and the idol carver. So I can do cemetery. I could work on faith per minute. Most of the faith per minute, the best thing I could do is to try to work on beacon rituals to increase our population, or to use the re-educator to convert captives into citizens, because the more people that I have, the more faith I'll have. There's also the sacrificial pile. I'm not sure that this tutorial wants me to do that, but we could try. Which you sacrifice resources for more faith. So, choose what to focus on. It'll be up to you.
Oblivion beckons. Honor the teachings. Oblivion beckons.
I am going to quickly summon one more beast to collect all these captives floating in the water. Because I can turn these 8 captives into 8 people, whereas I only had to sacrifice 4 people to get the beast. So it's a net positive doubling. Oh, there's some other captives floating in the water over here too. A school of fish has been found, seemingly dead. They floated into the tumultuous waters. Upon inspection, you notice their anatomy is warped. Their eyes on their bellies, their gills near their tails, and each with different colors of scales. You hear a voice in your head. Choose. So, here's a choice. Refuse the call. You do not know if you can trust the whisper, which is left. Order your people to collect the red-scaled fish, which is middle, or order your people to collect the yellow-scaled fish, which is the right. Red scales, huh? You begin to notice a growing hunger among the followers handling the fish. During the feast, you take one of the bones out of your mouth. Upon inspection, you realize they resemble shrunken human bones with visible bite marks. You feel vomit rising in your throat as you glance at the crowd devouring the flesh. Left. Do not share your knowledge. Allow the celebrations to continue, increasing fanaticism by 10. Do not share your knowledge, but stop celebrations from continuing, increasing faith by 1,000. Or share your knowledge, but present it as a miracle of your God lying to your people, increasing fanaticism by 5 and faith by 1,000. Okay. Lie to the people. Got it. Good. Glad to know we're on the same page. And there's our new wave of followers. I'm just gonna park the horror kind of like in the middle of the ocean. So for this new wave of followers, most of them are already in houses. I'll house the last one, and then I'll put them to work resolving some of the shortages that we have so that we can shore up our incomes. So cooked corn is really a pretty big bottleneck at the moment. So I'm going to have yet another cooked corn facility. I did mention at the start that cooked corn is always a problem. So it should come as to no surprise that we need like 3 of them.
Let us gather.
So in order to push up our faith income per minute, I will work towards unlocking the cemetery.
Embrace your death.
I'm going to carve a basic idol rather than the more advanced ones because I don't have the resources for the advanced one. I'm missing corn and clam.
Fulfill the prophecy.
Where should we record?
That's what we're aiming to fix here. So all of the new people are working as corn cookers,
Let us gather.
but the carving them up is on cooldown. The sacrificing at the funeral pyre is a longer cooldown than the carving ritual, so it takes a while to come back. So the cemeteries here, I might want to demolish some homes in the middle of town to make room for the cemetery so that it can cover all the sphere of influence. Before I demolish those towns, let's get replacement houses built ahead of time. The cemetery is only a benefit to acolytes. It doesn't do anything for initiates, so it doesn't necessarily need to affect all the houses, only the acolyte houses, but it's really annoying to try to get all the acolytes living in the right buildings. So instead I try to make it so that it covers, you know, all the territory.
We obey. Our work.
Worship the Great One. Our work for our God.
Before I blow up the houses, I should probably have checked, like, where they were employed. Oh, well. So you're employed, blood drainer, and corn cooker.
There are no materials.
We await your orders, O
Because it's easy to, like, fire them and then be like, oh, I have no idea where they were working.
Goods. Oh,
In fact, where is my blood drainer? Oh, here they are. Blood drainer
Our work for our God.
and corn cooker. So now there's room for a cemetery, which happens to connect to all the houses, which is perfect. And then likewise, I'm going to put a cemetery over here. Should be easier to fulfill because this is smaller. So for the acolytes, that will be a little bit extra faith income, which will be nice.
Let us gather.
And then also, much like the Elder's Temple, it has a worshipping spot. But what's different about the worshipping spot is the worshipping spot is for acolytes, not for initiates. So, because acolytes give me more faith per minute, what I'm going to do is ascend like 3 people at random, or 4 people at random in the starter town,
Honor their teaching.
to put them working in the cemetery. So that they will add to my fanaticism per minute, or over the course of 5 minutes, but also that now that they're acolytes, their faith income will go up.
The rituals grant wisdom.
Good. Because what I'm trying to do is earn 2,200 so that I can start supplying the next tier of requests. And then I'm going to do the same thing over here. So the 4 people working in the Elder Temple are going to ascend. To become acolytes.
We will awaken.
And then put in the cemetery. And that should raise my faith income even more. Getting pretty close to the 2200.
Outside world fades.
And with steaks provided, and corn ale provided, and re-educators, and cemeteries, shoring up our robes, our clams, our cooked corn, faith per minute just keeps... it's... We just ran out of robe, but like it's going up, all in all. So the new wave of immigration that we have will be put to work trying to supply the lower tier stuff. The other thing that we could do is we had 24 captives. So I'm going to re-educate some of the captives so that they could be put to work in our industries as well. Because I probably won't need 24 captives. And if we really wanted to, we could also consider a effigy carving to increase our immigration, but I don't have the resources for that yet. So that's why I went with the captive approach. Okay, interesting choices here. You are informed of a child playing with toys made of bone. After investigating their house, you notice that one door is barred. The family is offering all their possessions if you do not enter and leave them in peace. Despite the family's plea, open the door, which is a loss of 10 fanaticism. Or, alright, keep your secrets, leave them be, which is a gaining of 15 fanaticism, but a loss of 15 patience. We're kicking it down. Inside, you find a foul creature, rotten flesh, slimy, of childlike frame. Suddenly, it disappears into the pile of bone it sat upon, never to be seen again. Before you can question the family, they already cut their tongues, wailing on the dirty floor. Oh good. Little loss of fanaticism. It happens. Okay, new followers just arrived. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Honor the teachings.
Some of these buildings, actually, these two, aren't covered by the Elder Temple.
Embrace your destiny.
So I'm going to change where those last two houses are built. That will be better. Because you ideally want the Elder Temple to hit all houses, because if it doesn't, then their needs aren't being fulfilled and you're losing out on potential faith income. So the reason my faith income is so low is we ran out of robes, just about, and we continually run out of cooked corn, and but we're going to clam. So of these new immigrants, I'll probably put them in more corn cooking facilities. I feel like it's like a bug with how much corn cookers you need. Because like right now I have 15 people employed in cooking corn. It's like, do I really need more? But like the game's like, yep, you do. So be it.
We obey. We will be rewarded. Worship the Great One. Our work for our God. We obey. Worship
All right, so they are now employed as mostly corn cookers and then 2 more robe makers to try to help that bottleneck that we had. We are re-educating captives, so we will have a trickle of population. So I'll get a few more houses to accommodate the few that are trickling in. And see how close we can get to the 2200 faith that we're aiming for.
Embrace
I did mention one other thing that might be possible, which is the sacrificial pile. I forget whether or not the tutorial allows us to construct it, but I am about to find out. Thank you for tuning in to Worshippers of Cthulhu, which originally streamed live on Twitch October 22nd. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and a special thank you to my Patreon patrons, Twitch subscribers, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow cultists.